Do it.
Quick! You do it. You get one. KUGAN's got it.
Just take a normal one for it.
KUGAN CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global.
You not in it?
I don't know what you were saying there, but it was
You
on
told me
here.
not to be nasty about him on camera, so I promised I won't. I'll be on my best behaviour.
So is social media Billy Nelson and Sam Jones
Yeah,
war the same as in person, or did it calm down a bit?
it's never been bad. I like Billy, really. He's all right. We have an argument, and we decide I'm right after 10 minutes, and we're friends again.
Is that how it works, Bill?
No, quite. Not quite. We have an argument, and then one of us phone the other and get it resolved, and then we'll argue about something else.
Because you two have got, like, as they would say, previous for this kind of social media banter, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, bantings.
It's more bad than anything else. I don't take anything seriously. If I took it serious, he'd know I'd take it serious.
But he wouldn't be in the gym here, would he? If there was problems, would there?
Fair point.
And he would have to catch me first.
Oh, I would do that. As long as we were in the confines of this square ring, I would catch him. It might take my time, but I would catch him, believe me.
Have you seen him on the speedball?
Sorry?
Have you seen him on the speedball?
I did,
Some serious skills there.
Speedball doesn't move. It doesn't
It
hit
doesn't
you.
move. Of course it moves.
It doesn't hit your back. No, all kidding aside. We managed to. We came down yesterday. We travelled 450 miles for absolutely top class sparring here with Joe Joyce, and for that I can thank Sam and Adam for allowing us to come down and use the gym. We will be doing it again because I think you'll not see much better sparring than that in the country.
You've just watched it, haven't you?
Yeah.
From what do you think to that? It was
Absolutely.
amazing, wasn't it?
You know, I was curious to know how it was going to start, and from round one, it was literally an all-out war.
I missed the first 30 seconds, and I came in and I was just like, is this the 15th round? It was just ridiculous. As I say, the pair of them throw abnormal amounts of shots for the size that they both are. I don't know, Martin is 6'5", 6'5". I think Joe's a little bit taller, but they're both unbelievable work rates. Like, I've not seen Joe in as good a spar of that for a long time, probably since Big Bear. It was a great for him, great for Martin and Joe. You don't get much better sparring than that.
I was going to ask that, Billy, in just sparring terms, Joe, one of the best, or if not the best person that Martin sparred?
It's up there with the sparring we've had with Anthony Joshua. Anthony's obviously more technical than Joe, but Joe's strength is, anyway, I thought Martin Bacall, I know Martin Bacall is super strong, but so is that man there. But we knew that, we knew that when we came down, and that's what we needed.
Actually, I did forget about he has obviously spent time in camp with Joshua. So, but as in regards to sparring for Joe, how does Martin fit that?
Honestly, I'm very, very good. Listen, I'll go into it now. I think both Martin and Joe, even Billy might disagree, but like they both fight better against people their own size. Like I'm sure Martin does better at somebody like Michael Hunter. He'd be a nightmare for Joe. I've gone on record and said like that. He's just whether I know Martin had his personal problems in that, but you'll see the best out of Martin, I believe, when he fights someone bigger and strong. Like from what I've seen of Bacall there, he'll smash Kuzmin to pieces. If he does what he replicates what he does in sparring, he'll beat Kuzmin and look pretty good doing it as well.
Huge test coming up for Martin with Sergei Kuzmin, Billy.
Massive test. But as Sam says, if he replicates this sparring, takes that into the fight, there's not many people who are going to be standing there at the end of the 12th round, in my opinion. A great spar. I mean, not many people push Joe back. Would you would agree?
No.
You know what I mean? And to be fair, I know I've been on record as saying that Joe can't box on the back foot. Well, he showed he can a wee bit. He can, but he is obviously better on the front foot, as he showed as well today.
He's somewhat of an unknown quantity, isn't he, Sergei Kuzmin, as well? We don't really know exactly how good he is. Obviously,
he's got a fantastic amateur. He beat Joe in the amateurs. You don't do what he did in the amateurs if you're useless. This is what I would say about people. Joe's slow. Listen, look at Joe's amateur background. Sergei Kuzmin's a very, very good fighter. Yet again, he lost to Michael Hunter. But Michael Hunter will do that to a lot of people. I just think Kuzmin's style, he's a lot slower than Michael Hunter, and I think Bacoli's too strong for him. And you see Bacoli there, he's not discouraged getting one on the chops either. He's the similar kind of mindset as Joe.
And that was some people's issues. I tend to remember after the Hunter fight, they say, "Oh, you can't take a shot." Listen, I've seen him getting hit with a bomb with Daniel DeBow, and a bomb with several bombs there, and they just looked at each other. I'm like, what are these guys' jaws made of? Concrete, you know. But in fairness to Joe, I know he got beat with Kuzmin, but I know for a fact he only get less than 10 minutes to get ready for the Kuzmin fight. So that wasn't the officials kind of shafted him at those championships. So he get less than 10 minutes to get ready. So that wasn't proper preparation.
So Joe's got his fight on the 25th of July, obviously behind closed doors and BT Sport against Wallace. So yeah, you pleased with that as an opponent, Sam, for Joe?
We got a phone call from Jason McCrory, the matchmaker, and I originally said, because I thought it was going to be a British level opponent, so I thought who's available. Not many people are available. So the first person they put to us, we just went, no problem. We don't want to start turning down guys with 3 losses on the record. We'll have him, no problem. Joe just needs to keep. He's not fought for a year, so he needs. And as I say, that spot there's done him probably more good. It was great to watch. Both really top heavyweights.
From a trainer's perspective, that's the equivalent of a 12 round fight and more. I think you'd agree.
Yeah, it's very good. It was grueling long, but it was like...
And that could well possibly be Joe's last spar, I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's spar on Friday now. That's
you wouldn't need to after that. So he's more than ready. For a guy that's been out for a year, then he's in good nick, isn't he? And I'm sure he's only had maybe 4 or 5 weeks notice for this fight. So in that respect, he's always fit and strong, isn't he?
Yeah, Joe lives a reason. He's suspect to a packet of biscuits, but he's a good athlete, Joe, and it proves it really. We've took a fight on 5 weeks' notice, and you've seen the sparring there, the leather thrown there. Not many heavyweights. I will go back to it. Not many heavyweights can do rounds like that and throw the amount of punches. 100 punches a pair of them throwing 100 punches around at each other. It's abnormal for a heavyweight.
Interesting choice of opponent for Daniel Dubois as well, coming up in fight.
He's a good fighter. Yeah. He's not bad at all. I know Joe knows him. Joe knows pretty much nothing about boxing, but he knows about. Yeah. Joe, did you spar the German guy? The Dubois opponent. Five. You sparred him.
He's beaten Yoka twice, isn't he?
Pfeiffer's good, man. He's a good boxer. So let's see how. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with this fight.
We want him to win. We want Dubois to win. I'd be flipping terrified.
Well, it was 7-0 to begin his career, but it looks as though he's went into journeyman mode, didn't he? Because he's 15-12 now or something.
Who's Dubois' opponent? Dubois' opponent's undefeated.
No, he's not.
He's undefeated.
Well, there's 2 records for that guy.
Yeah, 2 records. Yeah, he's 100%. He's undefeated.
Oh, right. 7-0.
7-0. He's undefeated. Yeah, definitely.
Because there's somebody the same name.
I sparred him quite loads of times on camp. I'm not sure if I fought him, but definitely the German training camp. There's one where he's got his picture up, like he's no joke. He's a really quality amateur in the amateurs, and I haven't really seen what he's done in pro, but I'm excited to see that fight.
For Joe to know something about a fighter, I'm telling you, he can't be that bad, because when I asked him, so Joe, do you want to fight Marius Wallace? And he was like, no problem. He won't even look at him. He's no. That's the style they are in the fighters.
That's the right
I bet
fighter.
Martin didn't know much about Kuzmin, did he? I bet you just told him he was fine.
It's what I said, it's cushion.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. They just say yes. Yeah. Honestly, with Martin Bacoli, there's not been a name put to him that, we've accepted that Higovic.
Yeah, he was meant to get out with
numerous people, and they've all pulled it out.
I think it's a good fight there for Bacoli to propel, because he's a name. People know who Kuzmin is. Well, the people on the boxing circuit know who Kuzmin is. It's a good fight for him, and to look good, to make him look good, which is also important. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight, and we wish him well.
So,
he's lying. Anyway.
It was a peanut last week.
I said he had the profile. Tell him that he's the profile of a peanut, but he'll elevate by smashing Kuzmin to pieces.
But he's got the boxing ability of a potential world champion.
He's got fantastic boxing ability, and he's a lovely guy as well, which helps. I won't want to have a row with him, that's for certain.
Yeah.
So, how long does the spar between you two last us?
Come on now.
Listen, I'm ready to go now.
Listen, I'd beat Billy in anything. Eating competition, anything. Jumping competition.
But a spar.
A spar. Well, you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want him to grab hold of me, would I? Really? His hands look like a bunch of bananas.
You wouldn't want me to hit you either.
You saw me. You said, "Listen, I've got a few skills in the tank."
It's a shame you're not dressed for it, because if you had a pair of shorts and t-shirt on, I'd kind of encourage it now.
I said to him before we came in, I says, get your gear on, let's get it on. 3 threes, and the pants went. No.
Did he offer it to you?
I didn't hear that. I think he's making it up. He's making it up.
Oh dear, that'd be quite interesting. I'm sure people would actually probably play.
You've had a treat anyway. You've managed to come in here. We've watched the sparring, but that spar was more competitive than you see most fights.
Yeah, I agree.
Fun to watch, wasn't
No,
it?
absolutely.
And
From start to finish, it was.
Joe's coach Stephen said it was round 4, and honestly, I thought it could have been easily round 7, 8.
I just want to thank Steve wherever he is. Steve, come here. I would say thank you to Steve, because Steve's stepped in for Joe. Salas is not able to get in the country, and Steve's been with Joe from the beginning. He's very, very competent, capable coach, and he will be a very, very, very good coach on his own going forward. Just wanted to say that.
You pleased with what you saw there?
Yeah, it's a different level of spar. Raised the level a little bit to what he's been doing so far. It's competitive. It's really good work for both guys, and it's what he needs. It's what he needs going into this fight. So it's good.
Also, thank Greg for allowing us to use his gym.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. He's going to be in Joe's corner next weekend.
Yes, mate.
Thank Greg for letting me use your gym, mate.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
If you didn't let us, we would have broken it anyway. But that's the thing. No, it's good. It's good. It's nice to see everyone and things going slightly back to normal.
Absolutely. All right, so you're going to hug, kiss, make up what you can't
Do
kiss.
an elbow touch. There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
He's
we're
trying to
good.
get some bit more, isn't
No.
he?
No. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not about the views. Billy, go on. Billy, thank you very much for talking to iField TV. Sam Jones, thank you very much for talking to iField TV. We're going to grab a word with Joe and Martin once they're finished.
Sure.
Yeah.